more a year than it takes. McConnell's state of Kentucky receives $148 billion more than it shells out. So there you go. For the first time in history,
Dogs. They were supposed to replay what Cuomo said. Cuomo was on there saying, so New York gives 168 billion more than it takes in Moscow, Mitch McConnell's states, Kentucky welfare, communist state. That's communism, Mitch. Don't you understand, you dogs? That's welfare communism. So I'm telling you, these guys, they need to get jobs. Politicians need to get jobs. They need to get minimum wage. What are they doing every day? They're taking vacations every month. Who the hell gets to take a vacation every damn month? I can't get this damn thing to focus. I hate it that I can't get this damn thing to focus on this cool stuff I wanted to share, but I'm telling you, no more free rides, man. They gotta get minimum wage, no more than, they get any job they want. As long as it isn't more than 40 grand a year, I say. So then they'll make legislation no more kickbacks if they do insider trading, because President Obama, two or three of those dogs just got caught doing insider trading because they knew that they got insider tips and stuff. Those congressmen I think they were from red states also. They were, what the hell's the matter with this damn thing? It won't focus on any damn thing. They got kickbacks, basically. You do that crap, and, but you don't hear about it. Nobody's talking about it anymore. It's a killer shot, though. Okay, maybe it's because I'm not holding the damn thing straight. I'm moving too much. Yeah, look at that killer shot, though. Of that house. I gotta paint. That's it. I'm painting. Look how beautiful that is. That is a killer shot there. But, yeah, it's like the reason that the country's all messed up is because, those dogs are getting kickbacks. They don't have to worry about those politicians, all of them, local, state, city, and what have you, community. They're all getting kickbacks. No more getting paid, man. You got to get jobs. If they were getting jobs, they were struggling like the average person, then those dogs would do a better job. They wouldn't sit around knowing that they're on easy street. And a lot of them, once they get elected, they don't have to work ever again for the rest of their lives, and they know you can't go work for some private company. No more of that crap. No more working for the private companies. Those sneaking dogs. They know, because that's why they give those private companies anything they want, because they know they're going to get a job with them later on. Just sneaking dogs. And they set it up that way, though. They set the crap up, and then they raise prices. They raise taxes. If they were making minimum wage, they wouldn't let taxes go up. Those lying dogs wouldn't let jobs leave America. Like that, keep talking about Ronald Reagan. The guy was garbage. He was a dress-wearing piece of garbage. With that deregulation crap just totally ruined the damn country. I tell you, those Republicans, they're communists. They make believe, oh, we don't like communism. That's exactly what they're doing with Moscow Mitch McConnell. With his welfare state, Kentucky. They just said it. You saw it on the news right there that New York gives 168 billion, and McConnell's state, Kentucky, takes 148 billion because they're a welfare state. They're communist. That's communism. If that isn't communism, I don't know what is. So it's like lying dogs, But if they got real jobs, then they don't, because Mitch McConnell doesn't care about that state. They don't care about those poor people, white or black. As long as he gets his money, no matter what, he gets his money, he gets his welfare money, he gets his communist money. From New York, and then and from the blue states, and they're just dogs. They're just thieving, evil dogs, and they don't care about anybody. They don't care about, the only thing they care about is the rich, because that's where they're getting their kickbacks from, and they don't care about poor people. Even 48% of sorry, 40%. Google it. Google it right now, God. And 40% of white Americans in this country. 40%. Okay, dumbass. 40% of white Americans are on welfare in this country, and they're in Mitch McConnell's state. You know, they're in Kentucky because they don't kick back any money to the federal government. They take out 148 billion, where New York kicks in 148 billion, and then they want to say New York can drop dead, and they're not helping New York, and then you can't get a tax break now. You can't write off your property taxes, and that's what dumbass Trump and Mitch McConnell decided to do with their welfare states, because they're all on welfare. And Trump did welfare also. He did bankruptcy, $1 billion in bankruptcy. You shouldn't be able to do that. You should have to pay your way. You want to talk about people paying their way, and then we're not talking about. So 40% of white Americans are on welfare, and they all live in Kentucky, and then but they wouldn't be if the politicians would get real jobs, then, because they wouldn't let the jobs leave America. They wouldn't let the job. They're getting kickbacks from those countries, from those companies that ship jobs out. Apple, iPhone, it shouldn't be in China. Nobody should be building cars in China. Okay, nobody should be building cars in Mexico. We shouldn't be funding. We should not be giving money away. We're giving billions of dollars away, 18 billion to one country, I think to Pakistan, 40 billion to Israel, and they're all garbage. They're all garbage country, and any other damn poor ass country. Teach them how to wipe their own asses. Instead of giving our money away all the time, and and having dumbass troops, paying for troops in Japan. I know the only reason that they're there is because they don't trust them, because they think that they'll start their crap again. But just use that money, those billions that are being wasted in military in those countries, to build more bombers. And so if anybody attacks them, if Russia tries to attack Poland, just bomb the hell out of them and let them know. Russia can't do anything. China, they're all third world countries. They can't do anything. They can only huff and puff, but they can't blow anybody's house down, because it's a brick house that we live in. They don't live in brick houses. They live in straw houses, and you got to let them know. Listen, if you misbehave, and just put the real stuff out of what's going on in their countries. They try and make believe, oh yeah, Chinese people come to America and they shut down, Bloomingdale's so they can spend millions of dollars. That's only like one or two Chinese people out of billions. Out of 2 billion Chinese people, they're all poor. Because they see America do it, and they see, because everybody thinks all white people are rich, and 40% of white people on welfare, and that doesn't include the other 20 or 30% who are the working poor whites who live in trailer parks and who have no running water, that are scattered about the damn country. But Moscow Mitch, as long as they can project that bullshit, and make believe that, oh yeah, we're all rich. We're not rich. We're poor as dogs. And stingy welfare, communist state. It's a stingy, and bailing out. The reason that they bail out those companies is because the companies give the politicians kickbacks, and that's why they bail them out. And then they raise your taxes, and they let rents go up. They let prices go up. They let the price of the subway go up, of buses and subways, transportation. So so you can't think about them. They're sneaking dogs. They know the way the human brain works. They know They know if you stress out the human brain, it won't pay attention to detail, because everybody's just worried about getting through the day, just paying their bills, and desperately hoping that that people don't, that the dogs don't raise prices anymore, and then they show black people on welfare all the time. They never show white people on welfare, because they know there are more white people. Like, for black people, there are not enough black people, can't do anything, don't control the media. But if they show all those white people who are on welfare living poor as dogs across the country, then they know they're going to raise hell, and come after their asses, and make them do the right thing, and stop allowing companies to move to make money, to by and then selling out America. They've been talking about this since the 80s, the fleecing of America. That's when garbage dog Ronald Reagan was in there. Just garbage. Just Republicans are just dogs. Democrats are exactly the same because they're allowing it. They're not saying anything because they're getting kickbacks too, the Democrats. They're all the same. Republicans and Democrats, they're just all dogs. Garbage, garbage, all garbage.